Alright, so this evening we are canning our first batch of green beans for the year. So I'm going to walk you through how we can our green beans. So first, if you saw our other video, green beans got picked and we broke them into bite-sized pieces. We washed them and then we packed them into our quart jars. So here they are in the quart jars. So you pack them and you leave a half of an inch of a head space at the top because so this part of the jar you don't want to fill it up all the way to the top because you're going to add salt and water to it and then put the lid on it. So leave a little bit of room. So you pack them in nicely like this, and then we're going to add our salt. So it cannot be iodized salt. It can't be your regular table salt. It has to be canning salt. Pickling and canning salt. It can be well, that's just what it can be, is pickling and canning salt. So no table salt. So we're going to, preferably, we don't really like to use a lot of salt. I mean, I don't know what the recipe, you could always look up the recipe, but I don't know what it calls for. I just know what we do. So we just do kind of like, I do probably like, maybe that much. I mean, that's a bad example because that's a clump. Let me get it on non-clump. So probably like, so this is like a big spoon, so like that much per quart. And my husband just told me that if that is too salty, and actually I'm not really going to do that. I'm leaving. I've got a little bit too much, so I'm not really going to do that. So see right here, you can see on top of this how much salt I do per quart. And it's probably like, this is probably what, a tablespoon, so probably like half a tablespoon, or maybe like even a little less than half. But my husband just told me today that I never thought of doing was that if it's too salty still, if that was too salty too, then before I cook the green beans, or before we cook them, normally what we were doing, because once you put water in this and then you can it, it's going to have water in it, right? But it's going to be like salt water. So then we normally just like dump that into the pot and cook it, right, for when we want to eat it, which you can do that. I mean, you can do that if you like to have salty green beans, or if it's not too salty for you. But personally, I don't really like too salty. I mostly like pepper on the green beans, right? So what he said to do is strain them out of the salt water, cook them in fresh water. So that's going to get a lot of the salt. So I'm going to try that this year, and I'll have to let you guys know how that turns out. But right now, this is what we're doing. So, but you want to use enough salt though for the canning process, because of course these have to. That's really, I think, the purpose of the salt in canned goods is to help preserve it. So you need enough salt to preserve the food, or you're going to end up, even if it seals, you could still end up with mold in your canned goods, or it won't seal properly. And of course, you don't want to eat food that is moldy or that is not sealed properly. So you just kind of really have to pay attention. I've had that happen to me. Sometimes I thought something was sealed and it wasn't. So you just have to get rid of the bad stuff then. So just make sure you I just kind of eyeball it. I mean, the more you do it, the better you can get at eyeballing it. So, like that one may have had a little bit much, but like I said, we will do it when we cook it. Okay, so now that has the salt in it. So now you have to put boiling water over it. So we boiled this water, so I think I have to turn this off now, because obviously, it's turning off. There we go. Okay, it's turning off. So I'm going to turn it off. So now I'm going to get my ladle, and we're going to, I guess I have to put my funnel over here, because it's starting. It has to be boiling water. Be careful not to burn yourself, because that is hot water. So you just have to do this. And you want the green beans covered with the hot water. So you do not want any green beans sticking out of the water. I'll be right back. Okay. Now we may have to get more water in a minute, and we might have to boil some more water for these. And actually, I'm going to, if I can get this to stand up like that, I'm just going to pour it now. And I'm going to turn this off now too, because obviously those are the lids in there, but bad idea. This is a cooker, this is not a stove. It makes the handles hot. I'll be right back. I have to go get something to hold that with. Be right back. This one isn't quite covered, so I'm going to add a little bit more to this one. Okay. So now I'm going to need some more water, but before I do that, I'm gonna complete these for you guys so you don't have to, wait for the whole process. So now, once they're filled with hot water, you're going to get your lids, and we just boil the lids for a couple minutes so they can get clean, sterilized. So and so then you just put, it's kind of hot, so be careful, but you just put it on there, and then you put the ring around it. And they have a magnet thing you can buy that we used to have that gets the lids off, but we've canned a long time and I've lost the magnet, so we just kind of do it the hard way now with the fork. So, but it works. It kind of cools down a little. It kind of cools down faster. So now, where is that? Oh, yeah. Then I have to use this too. You hold it to it's kind of hot. The jar itself is hot, so then you want to tighten it. Pretty good, not terribly tight, but you want a good seal. And then once we have these filled and tightened, then we're going to put them on our canner. So I'll be right back when we get to the canning part. Be right back. So now we're ready to put them in the canner. So here's our canner. You put a little bit of water in the bottom so it doesn't burn, but you don't want too much, or once you cover this up and pressurize, this is pressure canning for green beans, it's going to go crazy. So we need to turn this down though, because honestly this is like, we're not really ready for it to be boiling in. So I turned it down. So now we're going to put the cans in here, or the jars in here. So we put it, and on the bottom of the canner is like a little kind of a shelf thing, right? So they don't touch the bottom of it totally. So they just put them in here. Like so. So our canner fits 7 quarts. So there you go, we put those in, and now we're going to need the lid because I told you this is pressure canning, not water bath canning. So these are the last steps. So here's your lid. So what you do is you put the lid on it, and you have to seal it like this. Now we're going to turn this up to medium. I think that's medium. And then we're going, this little thing, I'm not really sure what that's called, but you tilt it like this so the steam can come out. So here's your steps. All right, 1 minute. Okay, so this is, so you put the lid on it, seal it, now you push this like this so it's tilted like this so the steam can come out. Now, I'm just going to tell you the first step, but I'm going to walk you through the process as it goes on. So this is what we're waiting for now. I can't give you a time, you just have to watch it because it's all going to be different, of course. So what I'm going to be waiting for is I'm waiting for steam to come out. Once the steam comes out, you time it, I think, for about 5 minutes. I mean, like I said, we've been doing this a long time, so I don't really have times, and I don't go by the book anymore. I just kind of do it, right? So I think it's about 5 minutes. Let the steam come out, then knock it down to where, like this, right? Knock it down where it's straight, okay? And then I will tell you what to do next once that happens. So we're going to wait now until this starts steaming. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back again to the green bean canning. And so this has been steaming. As you can see the steam. I hope you can see it. It's kind of hard to tell, but there's steam coming out. Been coming out for about 5 to 10 minutes. So now I'm going to push this over. Now that's sealing the pressure, right? So this by itself is 5 pounds of pressure. Your canner comes with 2 of these little weights. Each of them, actually no. Yeah, but this one is 5 pounds and I believe the bigger one is 10 pounds. So total you can do, that would be 20 pounds. 10, 5, 5, right? 20 pounds total of weight for your canner. So this is 5, so if something only needed 5 pounds of pressure, you would be good. Green beans need 10 pounds of pressure, so we're going to add this other weight to it, but we do not add this weight until this starts jiggling. I think. Pretty sure. No, actually, no, I'm going to take that back. We add the weight, and then when it starts jiggling is when we start timing it. See, I don't have it written down. I've been doing it for too many years. I just gets all scrambled in my brain. So we're going to put this on right now. Yeah, that is exactly how you do it. Now it's coming back to me. I'm doing it. So now we have to put this on here. But be careful because it's hot, and you kind of have to go like that. So now it's on. So now, here the weights are on it. So now this is 10 pounds of pressure for our green bean. Now we must wait though, because they have to can for 25 minutes. Quarts, 25 minutes. But we're not going to time it now. We're not going to start 25 minutes now. Then this starts jiggling and making noise, jiggling, making some noise. Then we will start timing 25 minutes. So check back in a couple minutes and we will show you when we start timing. See you in a bit. Okay, we're back to the green beans, and this is going to be our last step, which is start timing the 25 minutes. So see, as you can see, this is when you want to start timing it. When it's jiggling, it's making noises, the steam is coming out. So you want to leave it like this, and now we're going to start our timer for 25 minutes. When that timer goes off, we're going to turn off the heat. Take this off of the heat. Do not open it yet. Do not open it yet. It is still pressurized. It's very hot. It will hurt you. You must let it cool down, closed. So take it off of the heat, give it a couple hours. It will take a couple hours to cool down. Once it's cooled down, you can undo the latch of the canner, open it, and then you may remove the green beans. And they're still going to be hot though, but you need to remove them and let them cool down more. And we will post a short about what ours look like once they get cooled down and taken out of the canner. So thanks for watching, and remember, God loves you, and continue to watch my channel and subscribe and like it. Thanks, bye!